So welcome to all of you Shiksha 360, and today basically we will discuss MCQ set number 12. Clear? MCQ set number 12, and today basically we have to discuss questions from chapter number 4. Clear? Chapter number 4. Clear? And that is basically questions from 136 to 150. Clear? 136 to 150. Basically we have to discuss question, that is total 15 question, and all questions are basically related to the letter of credit. Clear? Earlier basically we have discussed one session on letter of credit. This is basically part 2 on letter of credit. Clear? So let's start our discussion. So first question, basically this question I think related to the chapter number 5. Clear? Chapter number 5. Clear? That is in the case of exports basically through approved Indian owned warehouses abroad. Clear? So basically we will left this question. Now move to the question number 137. Clear? Now move to the question number 137. Clear? So let's start our discussion on that. So bill of entry. Clear? Basically bill of entry basically is required. Clear? Basically bill of entry basically is required to show that. Clear? Basically bill of entry basically is required to show that the first option is that the goods have been exported out of the country. Second one is basically the invoice contains fair price and there is no over or under invoicing. Third one is basically the goods have come into the country of import. Fourth one here basically the importer has paid the import bill. Clear? The importer has paid the import bill. Clear? So what is the correct answer? Clear? So what is the correct answer of this question? Bill of entry. Clear? Basically bill of entry basically it is required to show that. Clear? First one is the goods have been exported out of the country. No. So the bill of entry. Clear? Basically bill of entry basically it shows that the goods have come into the country of import. Clear? The goods have come. Clear? The goods have come basically into the country of the import. Clear? So this one is our correct answer. Option number C. Now move to the next question. Question number 138. Clear? The beneficiary. Clear? The beneficiary basically wants that he should be able to make a repeated negotiation. Clear? Once the previously negotiated documents are paid by the applicant. Clear? So question number 138 basically what it says that the beneficiary wants that. Clear? The beneficiary wants that he should be able. Clear? That he should be able to make. That he should be able to make a repeated negotiation. Clear? That he should be able to make a repeated negotiation once the previously. Clear? Basically once the previously negotiated documents are paid by the applicant. Clear? Once the previously negotiated documents are paid by the applicant. Clear? That is a repeated request. Clear? So what type of LC basically will be suitable in that case? Clear? So what type of LC basically will be suitable in that case? Without recourse LC, irrevocable LC, revolving LC, and irrevocable LC. Clear? Basically we have already discussed in detail basically in our sessions regarding the LCs. Clear? So basically when the beneficiary wants that he should be able to make repeated negotiation. Clear? So basically what type of LC basically they are discussing, that is revolving LC. Clear? That is a revolving LC. Clear? Sometimes basically students confuse between the revocable and revolving. Clear? Both are different things. Clear? So here the correct answer is a revolving LC. Clear? So this one is the answer. Clear? That is a revolving LC. Clear? Hope it is clear to all of you. That is revolving LC. Clear? Revocable LC. Clear? Revocable LC basically it is that type of LC. Clear? In which it is the one basically which can be amended or cancelled at any moment. Clear? Revocable LC basically it is that type of LC basically which can be cancelled or amended. Clear? Basically which can be cancelled or amended at any moment by the issuing bank. Clear? Basically at any moment basically by the issuing bank without the consent of any other party. Clear? Basically without the consent of any other party. Clear? That is basically revocable LC. Clear? That are basically not practically basically we can say that unusable. Clear? So now move to the next question. Question number 139. Please answer. Clear? All students basically present here basically please participate. Now move to the next question. Question number 139. So an LC advising bank. Clear? An LC advising bank basically may function if it's so desired. Clear? The LC advising bank basically may also function. It may function if it's so desired. Clear? So basically what are the different functions basically performed by the LC bank? Clear? May also. Clear? That is not every time basically may also. First one is LC conforming bank. Second one is basically LC negotiating bank. Third one is basically both A and B. Fourth option is neither A nor B. Clear? Neither A nor B. Clear? So basically LC advising bank basically it can be also the conforming bank. Clear? It can also be the conforming bank. Clear? And even on the request of the issuing bank. Clear? In some cases. Clear? Advising bank basically work also as the negotiating bank. Clear? And basically as per the terms and conditions. Clear? As per the terms and conditions. LC advising bank basically may also sometimes basically work as the negotiating bank. Clear? Basically may also work as the negotiating bank. Clear? So here both A and B are correct. So answer is option number C. That is both A and B. Clear? So this one is our answer. Clear? That is both A and B. Clear? So it depends. Clear? On the terms and condition under the LC. Clear? Sometimes basically it will work both. Clear? Sometimes basically it will work both as the conforming bank and the negotiating bank. Clear? Sometimes basically it will work both as the conforming bank and the negotiating bank. Clear? Now move to the next question, question number 140. Clear? That is basically theoretical based question. Clear? So basically banks deal with the documents. Clear? Basically banks deal with the documents, not the goods, services or performance. To which the document basically may relate is defined in. Clear? To which the documents basically may relate in defined in. Clear? Sometimes basically this type of question you will get in the examination. Clear? Very rarely basically these types of question basically they will ask in the examination, but you will get. Clear? That is basically like we can say that on the article based question. Clear? That is basically on the article based question. Clear? Under which basically what is mentioned. So here, so basically banks deal with the documents. Clear? Basically banks deal with the documents basically and not with the goods, services or performance. Clear? And not with the goods, basically services or performance to which the document basically may relate in. Clear? So that is basically article number 3, article number 4, article number 5 and article number 6. Clear? So basically what is the correct answer? Clear? So what is the correct answer? Please tell fast. So that is basically the option number C, that is UCP 600 article number 5. Clear? Basically I have this one answer, that is UCP 600 article number 5 basically in which that is mentioned. Clear? That is banks deal with the documents and not with the goods, services or performance. Clear? Not with the goods, services or performance. Clear? Now move to the next question, question number 131. Clear? 141. Basically we have already discussed this question. Which of the following details basically must be mentioned in the invoice? Clear? Which of the following details basically must be mentioned in the invoice? Clear? Basically in the Saturday session we have discussed these documents. Clear? Accompanying the LC documents. Clear? So basically what are the details mentioned in the invoice? First one is basically terms of sale contract. Yes, this is mentioned. Second one is basically bill of lading number. This is also mentioned. Third one is basically name of the LC issuing bank and the LC number. This one is also correct. Clear? So basically terms of sale contract, this one is mentioned. Bill of lading number, this one is also mentioned. Name of the LC issuing bank and the LC number, this is also mentioned. Clear? So all the above three things are mentioned here. So option number D is the answer. All of these. Clear? All of these. Clear? And I will tell you basically you will find these types of questions basically like in the option A option, that is if these are basically like 1, A, B are correct. A, B, C are correct. Clear? So in this way, these types of questions are given in the examination. Clear? Here basically they are just given in the simplest form. In the examination, sometimes basically A, B are correct, A, B, C are correct, B, C are correct. Clear? So basically you have to understand one by one each point. Clear? So basically you are moving toward the answer. Clear? Because basically where only 2 to 3 points are given, it is very difficult to eliminate the option. Clear? At that point, basically it is very difficult to eliminate the option. Now move to the next question, 142. So the reimbursement authority basically issued by the LC issuing bank has a validate period. Clear? Reimbursement authority issued by the LC issuing bank has a validate period. Clear? Basically has a validity period. Clear? Has a validity period. Clear? First one is basically in accordance with the LC. Second one is basically of 7 banking days basically from the date of negotiation. Third option is basically of 5 banking days basically from the date of negotiation. Fourth option is basically the reimbursement authority basically must not have an expiry date. Clear? The reimbursement authority basically must not have any expiry date. Clear? So please tell fast basically what is the correct answer. Clear? So please tell fast basically what is the correct answer. Clear? Basically this, please respond. That is basically under the URR 725. Clear? Basically this is basically under the URR 725. Clear? So reimbursement authority, clear, basically issued by the LC. Clear? Basically issued by the LC issuing bank has a validity period. Clear? Has a validity period. Clear? So in accordance with the LC, no, this one is not correct. Clear? Because reimbursement authority, clear, or reimbursing bank. Clear? Reimbursement authority, or basically we can say that reimbursing bank has no concern, or bound by any provisions. Clear, has no concern or bound by any provisions incorporated in the letter of credit. Clear, incorporated in the letter of credit. Clear, in the letter of credit. Clear, the reimbursement authorization. Clear, basically we can say that it is a totally separate transaction. Clear, it is a totally separate transaction, has no relation with the, basically we can say that as the terms and condition of the letter of credit. Clear, letter of credit. So the correct answer is, that is basically option number D. Clear, the reimbursement authority basically must not have any expiry date. Clear, the reimbursement authority basically must not have any expiry date. Clear, have an expiry date. Clear, so option number D is the correct answer here. Now move to the question number 143. So authorized dealers, while opening the letter of credit. Clear, basically authorized dealers, while opening the letter of credit basically for their importer clients. Clear, authorized dealer basically while opening the letter of credit basically for their authorized dealers, for their importer clients, sorry, for the authorized dealers basically while opening letter of credit basically for their importer clients or affecting payment of imports, shall take an undertaking basically from the importer. Clear, basically shall take an undertaking basically from the exporter that they shall submit exchange control copy. Clear, that they shall submit basically exchange control copy. Clear, basically within dash months. Clear, basically within the period of, clear, basically exchange control copy of the bill of entry. Clear, basically within the period of dash months. Clear, basically within the period of dash months or days. Clear, from the date of payment. Clear, basically from the date of payment. Clear, so basically within the dash period. So 10 days, 21 days, 3 months, 6 months. So clear, so please tell fast. Clear, what is the correct answer? Clear, what is the correct answer here? So within the period of 6 months. Clear, basically within the period of 6 months. Clear, within the period of 6 months. Clear, clear. So authorized dealer basically while opening the letter of credit. Clear, basically for their importer clients or effecting payment basically for imports, shall take an undertaking basically from the importer that they shall submit exchange control copy. Clear, that is basically they shall submit basically exchange control copy of bill of entry basically within the 6 months. Clear, basically within the 6 months. Clear, basically within the 6 months. Now move to the next question. And further basically if bill of entry, clear, basically if bill of entry was not submitted. Clear, basically was not submitted. Clear, then the banks basically required to report the same to the RBI basically in the half yearly. Clear, it is not submitted, so basically banks have to report the same to the RBI basically in which statement? In the half yearly. Half yearly which statement basically they have to submit to the RBI, that is BEF statement. Clear, that is BEF statement. Okay, half yearly BEF statement. Clear. Now move to the next one. Question number 144. Very easy question. Clear, I request to all of you, please participate. Clear, please answer the question. So in a transaction basically involving the LC. Clear, in a transaction basically involving the LC, the applicant, it is also known as. Clear, in a transaction basically involving the LC. Clear, basically applicant, it is also known as. The applicant basically it is also known as exporter or seller, importer or buyer, exporter or seller's bank, importers or buyers bank. Clear, so the applicant basically the person who basically go to the bank basically for opening the LC. Clear, basically from opening the LC, that is basically importer or buyer. Clear, so option number B is the answer, that is importer or buyer. Clear, that is option number B is the answer here, importer or buyer. Now move to the question number 145. Clear, 145. Clear, this type of question you will also get in the examination. Clear, Incoterms are basically defined by. Clear, Incoterms are basically defined by World Trade Organization, International Chambers of Commerce, Directorate General of Foreign Trade, DGFT, or FEDI, that is Foreign Exchange Dealers Association of India. Clear? Foreign Exchange Dealers Association of India. Clear? So basically Incoterms are basically defined by the International Chamber of Commerce. Clear? That is option number B is the answer. That is International Chamber of Commerce. Clear? International Chamber of Commerce. Clear? So I request to other students also basically who are not able to answer. So please go through the topics. Clear? We have already covered these topics. So now move to the next question. Question number 146. Clear? 146. Clear? A dash is one. Clear? Basically a dash is one under terms and conditions thereof. The amount is renewed or reinstated. Clear? The amount is renewed or reinstated basically without specific amendments. Clear? Basically without specific amendments to the credit being needed. Clear? Basically to the credit being needed. Clear? So basically a dash LC. Clear? Basically what type of LC that is? Where under terms and conditions thereof the amount is renewed or reinstated. Clear? Basically without specific amendments. Clear? Basically without specific amendments basically to the credit being needed. Clear? First one is a revolving letter of credit. Second one is basically transferable credit. Third one here that is deferred payment credit. Fourth one is acceptance credit. Clear? Fourth one is acceptance credit. Clear? So what is the correct answer here? The correct answer is that is basically revolving letter of credit. Clear? Basically revolving letter of credit. Clear? This one is the correct answer. Now move to the question number 147. Earlier basically we have discussed same type of question. So in a transaction involving LC, clear? Basically in a transaction involving LC, the beneficiary it is known as. Clear? Sometimes basically in the examination they will ask these types of straightforward questions also. Clear? These are very scoring questions. Clear? In the examination basically if they are asking 100 questions, so basically out of that you will find that 40 to 45 questions are not that much typical. Clear? Not that much typical. Clear? If you have gone through the topic well, you are able to answer the questions. Clear? Even in the case study basically you will find some straightforward questions. Clear? So here basically in a transaction basically involving the LC, the beneficiary it is known as exporter or seller. That is beneficiary is basically that person who's basically selling the thing. That is either it is known as exporter or in simple language basically we can say that seller. Clear? Now move to the next question. Question number 148. 148. Clear? So here basically what is the question? That is basically which of the following statements? Clear? Which of the following statement is incorrect? Clear? Basically which of the following statements is incorrect? Clear? First one is basically unless stated. Clear? Basically unless stated, all letter of credits are revocable. Clear? Unless stated, basically all letter of credits are revocable. Second one is basically stated or not stated, all LCs are irrevocable. Third one is basically unless stated, no LC is a transferable. Clear? Basically unless stated, no LC is a transferable. Fourth one is basically unless stated, no LC basically will be confirmed. Clear? Unless stated, basically no LC basically will be confirmed. Clear? So here basically we have to find out basically which one is incorrect. Clear? We have to find that basically which one is incorrect. Clear? Please go through the points carefully. Clear? So which one is incorrect here? Clear? Basically which one is incorrect here? Clear? So unless stated, all LCs are revocable, basically this one is incorrect. Clear? This one is incorrect. Clear? They say that. Clear? Even if they are not mentioning anything on the LC, that is it basically means that the LC is to be revocable. No. Clear? Generally the LCs are irrevocable. Clear? Generally the LCs are basically irrevocable. Clear? If they are specifically mentioned, that is basically that is to be revocable, and this is not in the practice. Clear? This is not in the practice. Clear? So unless stated, all LCs are revocable. No, this one is false, or this one is incorrect. Clear? Stated or not stated. Clear? If they are specifically mentioned in the LC that this is to be revocable. Clear? So how you can say that basically it is irrevocable? Clear? Stated or not stated. If they are specifically mentioned that this is a revocable. Clear? So basically with respect to that, option number B is wrong. Basically, wait a minute. Stated or not stated. Clear? If they are mentioning, basically it means that basically if they are mentioning irrevocable on that or not. Clear? that LC is to be irrevocable. Clear? That LC is to be irrevocable. Clear? Irrevocable. That is basically with respect to the word irrevocable, not basically with respect to the revocable. Clear? If they are specifically mentioned that is irrevocable, that is a different thing. Clear? So here basically they are saying that basically unless stated all LCs are irrevocable, this one is incorrect. Clear? This one is incorrect. Clear? All LCs are not basically all LCs are irrevocable. This one is incorrect here. Clear? Stated or not stated, basically all LCs are irrevocable. This one is correct here. Clear? This one is correct here. Clear? Whether on the LC basically they have mentioned irrevocable or not, it is to basically mean that this is to be irrevocable. Clear? This is to be irrevocable. Unless stated no LC is transferable, this one is correct. Unless stated basically no LC basically will be confirmed, this one is also correct. Okay. Now move to the next question, question number 149. Very easy question. When a letter of credit basically states that the payment basically will be made by the bank. Clear? Basically when a letter of credit basically states that the payment will be made by the bank on demand, on presentation. Clear? Basically on demand or on presentation or at site. Clear? That is basically you are representing the bill and basically you will get, you are representing the LC and basically you will get the payment. Clear? You will get the payment. Clear? So that is basically when a letter of credit basically cites that the payment basically will be made by the bank on demand, on presentation or at site. Such LC basically it is called as acceptance credit, site credit, fixed credit or use credit. Clear? That is basically known as the, basically here they are mentioning the word or at site. Clear? Or on presentation. Clear? Basically whenever you will present, you will get the payment. That is basically known as the site credit. Clear? That is basically known as the site credit. That is basically on the presentation. Clear? You will get the payment. That is basically site credit. Clear? That is basically site credit. Clear? Acceptance credit basically that is after some time. Clear? That is after some time basically you will get the payment. Clear? That is basically acceptance credit. Now move to the last question of our today's discussion. So on receipt of import documents. Clear? Basically on receipt of import documents, if the issuing bank finds any discrepancies. Clear? Basically on receipt of the import documents, if the issuing bank basically finds any discrepancies as per the UCP 600, clear, it needs to inform the presenting bank basically within a maximum of how many days, failing which it is bound to honor the documents. Clear? Basically it means that if they are not informing the presenting bank, clear, basically within that much days. Clear? So basically they have to bound to honor the documents. Clear? So basically within 5 banking days or 7 banking days, 21 banking days or 30 banking days. Clear? The correct answer is option number A, that is 5 banking days. Clear? 5 banking days. Clear? So this one is our answer. Clear? So this one is our answer. Clear? Question number 150, A option is our answer. Clear? So hope it is clear to all of you basically what we have discussed in our today's session. There are total basically today's question is basically totally different from the last session. Yeah. And here basically we are discussing regarding the terminology is clear and regarding some letter of credits. Clear? Hope it is clear to all of you. Clear? In the upcoming days, basically we will discuss some case study type question on that also. Clear? So thanks to all of you for joining this session.